You're too kind. All right, so we're here to talk about cast iron and sustainability. And my journey with cast iron began when I was bequeathed my great-grandma's skillet. That's actually not my great-grandma. She's totally hotter than that. Now, cast iron cookware was invented by the Chinese in about 500 BC, came to America with the colonists, and then was brought west by the settlers, along with smallpox, syphilis, and the clap. And also those wagon wheels that people use in their gardens. I love those. So fast forward to World War II, the end of the Manhattan Project. There were some offshoots that needed to be productized, and one of these was polytetrafluoroethylene, or Teflon. Now, this stuff was used on the insides of nuclear weapons and on cookware. Logical. And there's one little problem with it, though. It kills. So the EPA has identified at least one likely carcinogen that leaches into food at medium-high heat. Now, in 2006, the EPA fined DuPont, the makers of Teflon, claiming they hid information about the dangers of another cool chemical, perfluorooctanoic acid, which is used in manufacturing. Now, this fine resulted in 1/50th of 1% of the profits for those years. That must have hurt. Now, DuPont claimed, okay, but that's really just in the blood of the factory workers and their babies, and maybe the groundwater, but the cookware is safe, people. Well, the FDA and the New York Department of Health didn't agree. Now, things took a turn for the weird here when I ran across DuPont's handy PDF brochure on bird safety in the kitchen. Let me summarize. There is no bird that's safe in your kitchen when you're cooking with Teflon. Well, actually, sorry, there is one species that is not harmed by Teflon fumes. As far as I know, nobody fucked that. Now, at this point, this turned out to be a watershed moment in the marketing of new types of nonstick cookware. Because now there was green nonstick. Rachel, you are so hot. But according to Cooks Illustrated, green nonstick is still full of deadly chemicals, blows chow, often both. Now the fact remains, Americans are afraid of cast iron. Why is this? It's cheaper, it's healthier, it has a lower carbon footprint. But here's the thing, we like sterile and simple in this country, and cast iron is best when it's seasoned, which basically means leaving all that crud and grease on it. Now, there's some other things that work here, and you can't microwave it. Actually, you can, and it's pretty sweet, but don't do it indoors. You cannot dishwash it. And I think there's actually a more sinister reason why Americans fear cast iron cookware. It's black, people! Americans fear things that are black. And it has no birth certificate, and you cannot prove that your Dutch oven is not secretly a Muslim. Think about it. Now, caring for cast iron is actually quite simple. Step one, cut hole in, different presentation. Clean with hot water, no soap, no abrasives, just plastic bristles. Soak it if you need to, but not overnight or it'll rust. Step two, dry it with heat on the stovetop on low, in the oven on low, here in sunny, warm Colorado, even out in the sun. Otherwise, it's gonna rust. Step three, and this is actually my favorite, when it comes out all hot, you gotta rub it all over with oil. Every square inch, people. And you're actually gonna put it away greasy, if you know what I mean. Now this all is the key to the shiny pan. And the shiny pan is very important for most things you cook. And we're gonna go through a couple recipes that freak people out, like the omelet, for instance. Check out how shiny that pan is, look at that. So start with medium-low heat, wait 5 to 7 minutes for it to heat up, toss in those eggs, and then finish it under the broiler for 30 seconds. Another recipe, rib roast. Start with a shiny pan. That's little Willie Cash right there. This is child's play right here. Heat on medium heat until the pan is just starting to smoke, and then add some oil, start searing, put the whole thing in the oven to finish. Now, here's a fun one, blackened salmon. I know it's black, don't be afraid. Start with a shiny pan, heat it on high heat, and when that smoke is rolling off the pan, throw it on a huge pat of butter, bam, put that fish down, it's all good. Now the common theme here is the shiny pan, and when your pan is naked, hot, and hard, you need to oil it all over. So, this is the end of Ignite Boulder 7, and this holiday season, I challenge you to take a little poison out of the lives of those you love. Give the gift of cast iron cookware. It's healthy, it's sustainable, it's cheaper, and it's sexy. Thank you. The blog is Derek on castiron.com.
See you at igniteboulder 8, y'all.